So please help me with your details. Also, please mention your email address. I can forward you the document and the recording. All right. So I hope everyone shared your details. If not, keep me posted, and we'll start the class. I hope everyone here is for Azure BI. Anyone who is looking for Power BI or your MSBA, that will be coming sessions. Okay. So this is completely Azure BI course where we are going to discuss about the data factory. Okay. We are going to discuss about the more important here is ADF. This is a key role of our course. So
recording in progress.
If you are looking, yes, please keep your mute your mics. If any questions, any doubts are there, I'll answer all your questions end of the class. Okay, just be with me next 45 minutes. After that, I'll give you a chance to ask your questions. Whatever is there, you can just post me in the chat box also. I'll answer it. Okay. Let's go with the first demo as a basic introduction about data factory and other services. All right. So this course is completely for a cloud service, completely Azure services. In that Azure services, we are more focusing on data factory. This is our key role of our course. This is a ETL tool. If people are know or don't know, this is your ETL tool. Okay, how it works, what are the steps, where it is used in real time. That completely we are going to discuss in coming session. In practical session also, I'll give you in tomorrow's class how it really works. Okay, for now, let's understand basic what actually we use with this process and what is the BA process and what are different services are there, what are the different cloud providers are there. Let's first discuss these basic things. Then we'll jump into the data factory concepts. So before going to this one, you people know what is the BA? Anyone know what is the BA or you know what is the Azure? Anyone know?
It is a business intelligence tool. It is used for the data visualization purpose actually.
Business intelligence is a tool.
For data visualization.
Okay. It is for at some point is okay. And visualizations means like you mean to say as a reporting part?
Yeah, as a reporting tool.
Okay.
Suppose organization require its structured data. We don't need the whole data. We require as a picture format or in the graphical format, and then the BI is used.
Okay. That's come under the reporting part. That comes under the reporting part. That whatever you said, that's somewhat it is correct. That comes under the reporting. The people who are working on reporting tools like your Power BI, Tableau, ClickView, or some other tools like Cognos BI, those are the reporting tools like SSRS. But actually, what is the process? What is a BI? Yes, definitely business intelligence that helps to the business. Some point is okay that you said. But
It's take the requirement from the business analytics, where we have to put our data.
yes, main important is to understand the business requirements, to understand the what business is required, to understand that reports. So to develop those kind of information, see any company, any business they start means definitely they require a reports. Let's suppose take example. I'll not go much practically. Let's understand high level of information. Let's suppose I started a business. Okay. I started a business. The business is some like your DMart. Let's take a DMart like that. Okay. So I am a user. I'm a business user. I'm a business user. I spent a lot of money, lot of amount to start a business. And I'm from BA, I'm in a business background. I don't know technical part. I just to know the high level of information. I just need to know by seeing this report whether my graph is going, revenue is generating up or revenue is going down. By seeing the high level of report, I'll check. So this to generate this report, we required first is to generate this report, we required first is data. Okay, we required a data. So who is going to provide this data? We required a data. And data may be in different formats. Again, the data may comes from the different format, maybe structured format, maybe the semi-structured format, maybe the unstructured format. And this data again may comes from the different sources also. It may come from the databases, it may come from the files, it may come from the live streaming, it may come from the API REST, maybe anywhere. So they finally what the business people they required, they just want to know how my business is growing on, whether it is success, going revenue generated, whether it is going. So they never see which product is selling which one. They always look for high level of information. They'll only do a summarized data, yearly sales, monthly sales, or some product wise sales. They never see on which customer purchase what product. No. So to get this information, okay, to get this information to till business or owner to deliver that report, we require some process, we require some method. Wherever the company start, wherever the business start, definitely there is a BI developer is required. That is what our jobs are evergreen. It is not like a software up and down. Today software is there, tomorrow you got a new software, then the earlier software will gone. No, not like that. Wherever the business start, BI developer is required. We also comes under the analyst. Okay, it is not only like a BI developer, business intelligence. We also get called as a data analyst, data engineer, data modern data tools. So there are many roles we have under BI. So to wherever the business start, as I said, we require BI developer. So let's suppose I am starting, as I said, a DMart. or Walmart, whatever you say. So what these people they required? Let's suppose they invested a lot of money in the business, and let's as a customer, what I'm doing as a customer, we visited to this store, and I want to purchase a product. So the moment I go to the store and I try to purchase some product, what will happen? We do a billing, right? We do a billing here. The billing may be developed in any application, any different platforms. Maybe they use some Java technology, they use some other programming, C Sharp, C dot, net, or whatever the HTML they use. Their headache. This is not our headache. Whatever they use. This billing application, what they capture, the moment you do barcode, in that information, they'll capture the amount, the price, the discount amount, the extra, whatever it is, what is the product details, how much quantity you purchase. This is all information we capture. So this information is required to this users who spend the amount. So today, how many customers purchase a product, how many customers visited to a product, how much revenue we generated, this information they want to know, because they want to analyze the data, whether success, if I'm generating the revenue or not. If I'm not generating revenue, then there is no use of doing a business. If they generating, they can do other things. So this information they required. So how they are going to get this information? Is that only these developers are required? No. So our work will start from this point. Before going to this point, before going to this process, we also have here as the storage account. We have here also one storage account. Whatever the information, the moment you submit here in the system, the moment you submit, that information will place in one storage account. Let's suppose this is my storage account. The storage account may be your live storage. We call here in technical terminology, we call here as OLTP, online transactions processing. Not only for your store, even you do any bank things also. When you do Phone Pay, Google Pay, what you do? The moment you do, that all information is capturing in your live system. Immediately, the amount will get reflected. So earlier, if you observe 10 years back or 12 years back, what bank people are doing, they are maintaining a separate Excel sheets. Each sheet they are maintaining account deposited, credited, or some other stuff they are maintaining it. New accounts or credits accounts. After 5 p.m., what they're doing, they're moving into the databases. Till now, they are maintaining Excel only. Nowadays, what is happened? The moment you do transactions, immediately it is affecting in the your account. If they use, depend upon the project, depend upon the budget, they may use a storages like the live storages, like your storage accounts. They may use databases. Again, in the database, maybe they use MS SQL, Microsoft Protected SQL, Oracle company, or MySQL company, or they use files, CSV file, Excel file, TXT file, JSON file, or if they want to go for cloud, they go for blob storages, they go for data lakes, they go for other storage, Azure SQL storages, depend upon the budget of that company. So whatever the data is stored here, now I have data in my tables. I know the basic SQL language. Just select from the product. I'll get the result. I'll put it in the Excel format. I'll design something in the graph format, table format. I'll deliver this report to my business team so that they'll take a decision. If you provide them as data, okay, you did a properly, you did a graph, you did many things here. They are requesting you for last 5 years of data. They're requesting 5 years of data, or they're requesting 1 year data only. Instead of 5 years, they go for 1 year data. They're requesting the same format. They want 1 year of data. They want to analyze. If whatever the customers came, they want to, again, they want to do some promotion. They want to give some coupon codes and all for old customers. They want 1 year of data. So how we are going to get this 1 year of data? So in the live storage, any company you go, they won't store years of data. Simply, just keep in this mind, they never store years of data in the live storage. Why they don't store in the live storage years of data? Anyone know why people are not stored in live storages years of data? Anyone know why?
Data maybe changes frequently.
Your data maybe changes frequently, and other reason.
So we not store more data in live, because live data taking as many current data. We work on the current data on live data.
Okay, we work only in current data. And one more thing, let's suppose if you observe, you every day you get a millions of transactions or lakhs of transactions every day. If the customer purchase a product, let's suppose that product got damaged, or suppose the product they want to exchange, or that let's suppose they want to return. Maybe they maybe do exchange, they do return, they maybe do some other things. Okay. So the moment you do the return, exchange, other stuff, what will happen here? The DML operations will perform. DML operations means insert, update, delete operations going to be run on the live server, live databases, live storages. Let's suppose he want to update something. If you have a huge volume of data and you are storing 1 year of data, what will happen? There are every day millions of lakhs of transactions every day. So the moment you try to search, it completely need to search all days, all specific row by row records it has to search. Still it will work. But the problem here is when you are doing some transactions, other things, the other chance of data may block, or the data may be go in block stage, or the data may be chance of getting performance lagging. So mostly in live storages, we always maintain of 1 day data, max to max 1 week data. We don't store years of data in the live storages, because if the transactions are high, then it returns the output also, you have to wait. If you still wait, then other customer will not wait. That means there are many customers are come to purchase the product. If you for one record only you are trying to wait for 10 to 15 minutes, then it will be a big problem. So max to max, any company you go, they only maintain max to max 1 week data, max to max 1 day data. In my company, we maintain current day data. And once the current day is complete, we shift to the other stage. What is that other stage? Let's discuss now BI process. So we are going to discuss now BI process. If you understand this BI process, you can jump to any tool. Either it's a data factory, whether it's a Power BI, whether it's your Cognos BI, whether you are SSIS, SSAS, SSRS, whatever the tools you want to. These all are BI tools. BI tools. These all are BI tools. Some tools are specifically dedicated for reporting. Some tools are specifically dedicated for ETL process. Some tools are analysis process. So you need to decide on which tool you want to go. This all are comes under the BI process. So let's see here. Now, what is exactly BI process means? So once the data is ready, then my client is asking, my user is asking 1 year of data. Then how I am going to get? Because these people, the DBS team, who is going to maintain only 1 day data, 1 week data max, then how I am going to share this to this one? That is what we are going to involve here as a BI developers, as a senior BI developers. So what these people they do, they connect the ETL tools now. Let's see. These people what they do, they connect ETL tool. This is my ETL tool. In cloud, we have ADF. In on-premises, we are using currently in the market is SSIS. These two are very popular tool, and both products are from Microsoft. This is the parent and this is the child, you can call. So first it was running from last 15 to 20 years. This tool was running. This tool is working. This is we call as traditional tool. And this is your modern data tool. Currently, it is using not only BI, it is also using in artificial intelligence to process a big data. So if you remember, if you observe, it is working from last 15 years to 20 years. This tool is working in on-premises. Now you can think how big market for data factory. So what actually we are doing with this tool? Nothing. Once your store is closed, your morning, your 9 a.m., your store will start. Evening, 10 p.m., your store will close. The moment the store is closed, there is no transaction, there is no traffic on this database. That time, I'm going to schedule. I'm going to develop one pipeline. I'm going to schedule them. Early morning, 5 a.m. What it will do? Early morning, 5 a.m. It extracts from the different files. It extracts from the different databases. It extracts the data. Okay? It extracts the data. It transforms them. What we required, what not required, we're going to transform them. We clean them. Okay? Clean them. Then we're going to load this data to one other databases. If you observe, if you want to cook some food, if you want to cook the chicken, what you do? You first brought from store. You clean them. You'll wash that. Then you're going to cook them. The same way here also, first we'll extract them, we'll clean them, what we required, what we not required. Then we are going to load this data to the other process. So this may be your database or this may be your data warehouse. So here we are going to store all your historical data. Okay, all historical data. We call here as OLAP system, online analytical processing. Why we call analytical processing? Here only we store as a readable data, only analysis data. Here we mostly we write here. Write means we are going to insert, update them, we delete them if returns. But here only analysis, historical data, readable data, analysis data. Every day we're going to load over here. There is no traffic here, but here there's a traffic, there's a huge traffic. There is a connectivity is required, OLT, there's a connectivity, JDBC, ODBC is required. Here we don't require anything. We require BI tools. Data factory tool is there. When database is ready. Now they want, whenever they want, I can write a query. They want data, historical data, I'll get the data. Even the SQL developer also can extract the data. They'll send the report by doing manually. Instead of writing this query here, select star from the product table. Instead of writing manually, I'm going to call the report developers. I'm going to call here as I'm going to hire a report developer. It may be a Power BI, it may be SSRS, it may be any other reporting developer. Instead of doing manually, I'll ask that same query to place inside the reports. The same query they'll put in reports. They'll put some visualizations, graphically they'll design, and they'll automate everything. These people are also doing the same thing, but they're doing in Excel. They're doing manual work. Instead of manual work, I'm going to ask them, these people, what they do, they will connect with the different reporting tools. They'll just write this. Also, people are writing SQL query. What is report means? Report is nothing but your queries. And only they are just using some visualizations. They are using some visualization. By seeing that report, he can understand easily. And these people also getting directly data to, they are getting the data from the database. These people also doing the data from database. So instead of doing manual work, we are going to hire as a report developers. It may be Power BI, it may be SSRS, it may be a Cognos, it may be a Tableau, any other reporting tools. So here this people weightage will be less. This people weightage will be less. Why it is late weightage will be less? Because they work only to generate the reports. Our work will be performed here, and some company they maintain the data marts. Data marts means, let's suppose they are asked you to load the data in the data mart. So data mart is nothing but a specific kind of database or number of databases. So again, you have to load the data here. Again, you have to connect to your ETL. Again, you have to connect to the data factory. You have to load the data in the data marts. Don't worry, this is general terminologies. Regularly, you can able to understand the fixed one only. Okay. What is a data mart? Data mart is nothing but specifically purpose data. Let's suppose we are maintaining country-wise data. Here I'm having India data, UK, USA. So my people, the report developers had only to work on USA data. I'm just going to load the data here USA. They're working for UK data. I'll have because they don't want to go directly data warehouse. Their report can be generated from data marts because this is a completely warehouse. All country data is there. Instead of going all country data, they can directly go and filter it here. It is more faster than waiting for the complete to be searched. So that is the reason some companies, they maintain the data marts. Even my company, we maintain the data marts. Also, we maintain the summarized data. Some people, what they do, at the same time, they also going to load in another database, which is the aggregated data. This is my summary level data. Summary or aggregated data or high level of data. What we require for reporting, I'll only maintain that so that it will be easy for reporting also. So here again, we required ETL developers. Again, we required ADF pipeline. Some business company like JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, Henkel, those are business companies. They maintain the cubes. They maintain the cubes. Cubes for reporting. These all are challenges. These all are methods to improve your reporting. Why they are using this kind of methods? Because they don't want to wait as a customer. If I am a customer, they automated in the cloud, Power BI cloud. Let's suppose they automated in the cloud. The reports are hosted in the cloud. All reports are hosted over here. What customer will do? Customer will come to this cloud. He will try to access. The moment he open the report, what will happen background? The query will run. Query will fire here. Until unless that result you get, these people has to wait. So these people doesn't have that much of time to wait for your query to get the result. So this is what the techniques they use. Either they go cubes, they go for data mart, they go for summary data. So they will get a quick response. They'll get a quick response. So that is what to maintain this data also we required ETL developers. So many ways you have an opportunity. So that doesn't mean you will be working on complete profile. You may work this layer, you may work on this layer, or you may work on this layer or here. Depend upon the project, how the company is using. So to deliver this report to the end users, we require this BA process. Until unless you not having any BI process, you cannot deliver. If you are just saying that you know only reporting, it won't work. So any company, they have to go this BI process. That is what BI developers are required. When we say BI developer, what you are there in the specialist? Yes, you are BI developer. What you are there under BI? Whether you are report developer, whether you are data warehouse developer, whether you are data factory developer or ETL developer. So what is a specialist under BI? Whether reporting, whether ETL, whether other things. So you need to have basic things. So that is what nowadays also your MSBI is a more popular tool, Microsoft Product BI. Why we say? Because it involves the three modules, SSIS, SSRS. If people know or don't know, but this is still have a huge requirement in the market. Analysis. So that is what more requirement of MSBI. So this is a Microsoft product. That is what Microsoft release instead of SSIS, they are using now ADF. Instead of SSRS, they are using Power BI. Instead of analysis, they use again tabular model. So this is what we have currently in the market. So you can observe this SSIS is a traditional tool which support only structured data. It won't support not unstructured data. It won't support semi-structured data. That is what the people are going third party extensions. That is what Microsoft released the data factory for. Flexibility, structured data they can work. They can work on semi-structured. They can work on unstructured. You not require any third party tools. With a Microsoft product, with a cloud feature, we can work. Instead of working in on-premises, they release the version in the cloud. So to set up this all, we require systems, we require storages account, right? Let's suppose I want to start the business also, you require systems, you have to purchase the systems, you have to purchase the storage account. Storage account is very costly. To maintain in our company, it is very big challenge. You have to maintain that temperature. You require dedicated separate team. Every day it has to monitor. If something goes wrong, the all data will be missed. Separate tools are required. If you go for SSIS, you require Visual Studio. You required SSDT tools are required. Again, there are different versions from 10 to different. We have 22 till versions we have. You require database to purchase. SQL Server is not a free of cost. SQL Server is required the license. License very costly. Key-based, user-based license. So instead of purchasing all this project, for my project is just for 6 months. My project is just for 6 months. I have to deliver this project to my client. After that, what I'll do this with license if I don't have any project? Can I sell this license in OLX? We cannot sell, right? So that is what Microsoft, with a flexible, they come across with a concept called cloud. They come across with a concept called a cloud feature. Okay, they come across with a concept called a cloud features. What is that feature is? There are different same process, same thing. Whatever you are implementing here in on-premises, this is all set up in on-premises. Instead of purchasing the license, see Windows license, the one which you get it in the laptop also, that is not the correct, that is not the full version of your Windows operating system. It is a crack version. After sometimes your license also will expire in your laptops. So Windows operating system, physical system, instead of physical system, what Microsoft saying, you no need to purchase any system, you no need to purchase any storages account, we maintain it. You have a ETL, beautiful tool. You have a database. You no need to do anything. We are going to give you ready to use. You no need to pay anything. You just pay like a rental purpose. Like you have a rent house. How much time you stay it. You pay that much only, that much amount only pay as you stay. Do you pay completely for house? If you want to stay in Hyderabad, you want to stay for your job for Bangalore, you'll purchase a house, no, right? So we stay for some time in the rent house. The same way, here also, we pay as a rental purpose. The cloud concept only here is we use as a rental purpose. If you want storage account, they are giving you storage account. They want data factory, I'll give you storage. Till how much your project is time, you pay only that amount. If you are not using in the night time, if you are not, systems are not using in the night time, don't pay it. When it is running the data factory, when your pipelines are executing, pay only that amount. How much storage you are using it? If you are storing, you are selected as 5 GB. You are storing only 1 GB data, pay only that amount. If something tomorrow goes in on-premises, let's suppose you declare as 50 GB in on-premises. In on-premises, 50 GB is there. Tomorrow, suddenly you got a high transactions. Can you increase here? No, you cannot increase easily. You have to select the external hard drive. External things. If you put an external, sir, I know my IT team, they'll put an external more 50 GB, total 100 GB will be there. So what will happen when you put the 100 GB again extra? you also need to check that architecture, that system will support or not. If the system not support or the configuration get failed, the performance will get lagged. You will find the performance issues, degradations in performance. So that is what you have lots of opportunities, not only for this Azure, you also have an opportunity for Microsoft. See, when we are talking about cloud, that doesn't mean it's stored in the cloud. When I select as a storage, 50 GB, that doesn't mean it's stored in the cloud. Do you observe in Gmail? In Gmail, you have a Google Drive. You will find here as 15 GB. You can store your photos, images, documents. Do you feel somewhere you are storing as in a physical drive? No. Yes, but it is maintaining as physical drive, but you are actually accessing like virtually. There is a background, there is a physical data centers will be there with allocated with your unique ID. The data center may be anywhere. You have to select. The data center, you have to select. You want to select in East US, you can select in East US. You want to select in India region, you can select India region. So you no need to worry about the data center. They're going to take care. Whatever you're storing it, completely you are working as virtually. You don't require any software to install. You just require as a internet, one system, one laptop is required to start practicing it. Even one user ID and password or one login ID. Nothing is required. No software is required. Everything. Instead of doing manually in our on-premises, all the things we are doing in the cloud. So that is what the opportunities also getting increased, and more opportunities you might get nowadays is work from home. If you observe or not, many companies, they're completely giving you work from home. Why? Because they are maintaining their infrastructure in the cloud. Maintaining their infrastructure, instead of maintaining in my company level, I'll completely remove that infrastructure. I'll maintain in the cloud. So whatever it is happened, that is completely Microsoft headache. I have agreement with Microsoft, my data to be there on time. This completely Microsoft headache, how they maintain what they do. That is what, if you go for Mindtree, companies there who only hire for Microsoft. It may be support project, it may be development project. Only they hire, mostly they hire for Microsoft. So here also opportunities are getting increased for this company. So the main concept here is to understand the BI process, how the market is there. Earlier we were using 15, 20 years back, still the company are using, still my company are using this one. If they ask you to develop in SSIS, yes, we can ready to develop. If you know data factory, it is easy. If you already know SSIS, the data factory is very easy. So mostly we are focusing on data factory concept. To go to the data factory concept, we need to first understand what is the storages. What is the storage in cloud? What is the data lake storage? What is the blob storage? What is the data mat storage? So these things we will be covering under your data engineer. So you have a certification with this Azure Data Engineer. So Azure BI is a course under which there are number of services. So whatever you purchase, these are the service. Application is one of the service. Storage account is one of the service. Data factory is one of the service. Data warehouse is one of the service. SQL Server is one of the service. These all services comes under your Azure Data Engineer. Okay, so like this, we have different cloud providers currently in the market. There are mostly 3 important cloud providers currently in the market. They are booming it. Apart from our Microsoft, there is a 2 other Microsoft. Apart from the Microsoft, you have other cloud providers like Google. We call as GCP, Google Cloud Provider. Other one is Amazon. That is AWS. Apart from your Microsoft, apart from your Azure, we have that is other two, Google and Amazon. Why people are not moving? They don't have that level of data factory tools, that level of this ETL tools, and the pricings of this other two cloud providers are high, very complex structure. Here, very simple way you can go and anyone can work. Also, Microsoft giving you $200. You can practice with that. Okay. So, what are the services we are going to cover? Azure services. What are the services we are going to cover in our regular class? Don't worry, that I'll give you in the course content. So I just want to show you practically. So practically, same picture I'll discuss in the tomorrow's class. We'll do in the tomorrow's class a practical. See, this is what I'm trying to explain you. We may have any format of data. If they say any format of data, you have to ready with that. But earlier, the tool will only support structured data. Now it may support any format, any database. So your data factory, we will develop our pipeline which scan any format of data from any of the sources. And that data we load in the cloud or data warehouse or on premises or files, anywhere. Once the data loaded, then this team will come into the picture. Otherwise, there is no option. That is what nowadays there is a mandatory thing. You need to have basic knowledge on ETL. Without having basic knowledge on ETL, there is no Power BI interviews are going on. There is a basic knowledge is required. Who is only looking for reporting? So please, I'm saying them. For them, they require ETL knowledge. Whether it is SSIS, whether it's a data factory, whether it's a informatics. This basic knowledge is required. Without having this knowledge, there is no further interviews for these developers. What the people they do? Nothing. One day, one-time creation, only refreshment. Just click on the button. That's it. Their work. For their work, they're taking the lakhs of salaries. Why company will pay lakhs of salary for just clicking the refresh button? Okay, one-time development, I can understand. There's visualizations. You will develop one time and you will deploy it somewhere. After that, until unless the client raise a request to change some format, there is no work for you. Okay, to start your IT job, that is okay, no problem. But nowadays, to start with this work also, you require ETL development, ETL knowledge, basic knowledge. Why? Because tomorrow, if the data is not available, who is responsible? If the data is not showing properly, these people will raise, okay, I am not able to see the data in the on this particular day. Today's data is not there. 14th September data is not yet refreshed in my mobile or laptop. Then you will checking here why the data is not there. Then again you're going to ask the ETL developer, please check the data is not there in my database. These people will come into the picture. Again they'll check why the data is not there in this table. Again they're going to contact with these teams why data is not. If any data factory fail today, if it is failed, why it is not reprocessed? If it is failed, you're going to contact them. Yes, it is failed. We're going to reprocess it again, and you're going to start your again jobs. This all comes under the support project. There are 3 types of project you might get in real time. One is completed development, where you are going to develop ADF pipeline from scratch. Currently, most of the companies are looking for the development. And other is somewhere already the project is developed. You require just a support for existing changes. We call here as change request. In real time, we call CRs. Just modifications. Change request, nothing but modifications on request from client. How they give you a request, that I'll show in regular class, don't worry. On request, they'll say, okay, no, sir, we want to add some things. The data is restricted. We are passing new data. Let's start development, do the modification, then load the data here. Let's suppose you are getting one column like a revenue column. I want to show that revenue column here. Until unless you give revenue column here, these people also will not have any development. Until unless you give some columns. Once you available the column, then these people will involve and they'll show in the reports. Only one thing they can do. So other one is support with development. Support and development both are the same thing. In support and development means already there is an existing project. So same project you have to develop in data factory. And in support also you have to monitor every day the jobs. The pipeline, scheduled pipelines you have to monitor. Whether it's success or fail, you have to fix. That is what there is more work on the support. So whenever you're going for any new project, always look for the support where you won't find any more development. Once you're comfortable with development, go with the developing in your pipelines. Definitely you'll get a chance to work on development also. But when you're going any company, try for first support. Any profile, not only data factory, any profile, because you'll have a hands-on experience. Directly you go development, they'll ask you to develop. You are not in that experience, you are new into that, then somewhat it is difficult. Don't worry, but nowadays anyhow you have mostly 75% is from work from home only. Mostly jobs are from work from home when you go for Azure. Because it is a completely cloud feature. No manual, no physically we are doing in company level. Mostly they work on cloud features. Cloud means you no need to come to office, no need to do it. Mostly they're hired for virtual only. Okay. All right. So we'll see this practically. I'll show you practical. I don't have right now that much of time. The same thing, whatever I have shown you the picture, there are a lot of pictures I have. I just want to show you the many things that we have. So how to load the data, about the data factory. We'll discuss this in the tomorrow's class. Very interesting topic will be and very easy to understand, very easy to work on data factory. It is no complex. Okay, very, very simple tool. It is a tool, not a software. You just need to understand how the tool is work, when to be used, which component, how that component will work. If you understand that, that's more enough. No software under BI. There is no software under BI. We only work under tools. Whether it's a reporting tool, whether it's a ETL tool or any other tool. It is just we will be working on tools. You are not developing any software. We not even touch the software. The tool is already developed by company. That tool we are working. Further, they're paying lakhs of salaries for you because completely the business is working on that tool. Okay. Designation, definitely you might get a designation. Different designation depend on your company. If you go for Capgemini, for 3 to 4 years of experience, they'll give you consultant. If you go for same thing for Accenture, they'll give you associate. If you go for other level 3, level 4 companies, they'll have other developers. Okay. So don't worry that all the things I'm going to give you. So all the services that I'm going to list out tomorrow's class, I'm just forwarding this document, go through this document, the course content, what we are going to discuss, what are the topics we are going to cover, that all I'm mentioning over here. And tomorrow, again, I'm going to mention what are the services, okay? So, yeah, we'll see the practical also in tomorrow's class. Apart from that, any questions, any doubt, guys?